Hello, I'm Alan Keays, and I'm joined today by Brent Curtis, and we're here to provide you with a look at some of the stories we're working on here in the Herald newsroom today. Gordon Drusilla will be over at City Hall tonight, where the Charter and Ordinance Committee is taking up a rewrite of the city master plan. Sounds like an interesting meeting.
Exciting stuff, Alan.
Yeah, so we'll see what Gordon gets out of that meeting tonight. Also, in tomorrow's paper, we'll have a story from Kevin O'Connor about the new executive director at the Woodstock Pentangle Arts Council. I know it's a big group down in southern Vermont.
What's a pentangle?
It's kind of like the big arts group that puts on.
I thought it was like a rectangle.
No,
never mind.
No, they put on
maybe it had 11 sides or something.
They schedule shows and movies and that kind of stuff down in Woodstock. Also in tomorrow's paper, we'll have a story from Susan Small here about 6 colleges in southern Vermont that are teaming up to offer an exchange of credit. So if you go to one college, you can take a course that might not be offered in the college, a course that might not be in the college you're in, and to get credit to take it at another school. And also in tomorrow's paper, we'll have a story actually from the New York Times. I know we had a story
Bennington,
recently,
right?
Yep, about Rutland, their take on the heroin problem here in Rutland. But this week they have a story about Bennington, and we're going to be running that story in tomorrow's paper. I know you have a couple of court things.
Speaking of southern Vermont, Frank Carabello causing the death of a Brattleboro woman with the use of a firearm, although he did not pull the trigger, is some news in court about him today. He was convicted federally in October, but following that conviction, his lawyers asked for an acquittal of one of the charges. The judge today's the 6th, right? Denied that request. So I'll have a story about that and about a Rutland investor who last week was ordered to pay $97,000 to the Vermont Department of Finance and Management for making or convincing some of his clients to make high-risk investments that were not in their best interest. It's unclear a little bit about how many people were affected, but the majority of them were Vermonters, and some of them did lose money on these investments, which I'm told they were made good on by the parent company that this agent worked for.
And also in tomorrow's paper, Darren and Marcy will have a story out of Fairhaven, where there's apparently a dispute ongoing between a Fairhaven Select Board member and a police chief. So let's go to Darren for that.
Thanks, guys. Over in Fairhaven, we do have something of a dilemma over there. We've got a long simmering dispute where a selectman has been critical of the town police department and the chief. In some ways, the selectman will say that he is opposed to budget increases and has a difference of opinion as to the direction of the department. The chief apparently believes that the criticism has crossed the line. He has obtained an attorney, Rutland's John Paul Fagnet, and apparently a letter was delivered to the selectman recently. I don't know exactly what that letter says. Apparently it's some sort of a warning, as I had it explained to him, as to the notification that his comments had crossed the line, and we're looking into it. A boast I can tell you right now is that we do have a conflict between a seated selectman and the town's police chief, and it has involved attorneys, and we'll have it all in tomorrow's paper. Thanks. Back to you guys.
And one last story from the Herald that will be in the paper tomorrow. Bruce Edwards will have a story out of Brandon, where Sue Gage was declared the winner for the town clerk position. And apparently has wasted no time, and she's already in the office and working as town clerk. So we'll have a report from Bruce about how things are going so far for her and her new position in Brandon. And that's a look at some of the stories we're working on here at the Herald. Thanks for watching.
Have a great day.